Back in January, I set off to drive the entire coast of mainland Scotland whilst living in my van. And this part of the journey takes me further up the northeast coast, where every stop feels completely different to the last. From places with a bit of history, to the people, the businesses, the food, and everything in between. This stretch really has a wee bit of everything. Hey folks, well, it's been almost 3 months since I started my journey around the entire coast of mainland Scotland, and I've travelled from the border all the way up the east coast, and I'm finally at the fishing capital of the UK, Peterhead. Now I'm about to go somewhere that I've never been before, but so many of you have commented on my posts on social media and on videos here saying that when I get to Peterhead I've got to check it out. Now, full disclaimer, by the time you see this I don't know if this place is still going to be open or not, because I know that they have been going through some difficulties recently, but I've heard nothing but good things about this and I'm really looking forward to checking it out for myself. I definitely did not want to miss it. Let's go to Peterhead Prison Museum. Peterhead Prison, often known as Scotland's toughest jail, first opened its doors in 1888. Built to house some of the country's most dangerous offenders, it remained in operation for over a century, finally closing in 2013. Life inside these walls wasn't easy. The prison saw its share of unrest over the years, including riots and violent disturbances, where cells were damaged and tensions between inmates and officers often boiled over. It's a side of prison life that wasn't always visible, but played a big part in the history of the place. In the years after it closed, the site was transformed into this museum, offering a rare insight into what life was really like behind these walls. But today the museum itself has now closed its doors, marking the end of one chapter for this historic site. However, it's not the end for Peterhead Prison Museum. Plans are already underway to redevelop and reshape the attraction, with the aim of reopening in future as part of a more sustainable and enhanced visitor experience. In the meantime, the Prison Cafe and Lifeboat Museum will remain open, continuing to welcome both locals and visitors. The Lifeboat Museum in particular highlights Peterhead's long connection to the sea, telling the story of the RNLI crews who've launched from here over the years, often heading out into some of the harshest conditions to save lives along this coast. That was actually superb. Now, I'm not usually a fan of audio tours, but that audio tour was actually excellent. It was really, really good. You can pick up a headset or you can just scan the QR code when you're there. Oh, that's such a shame it's closing, man, honestly. Gutted. It's really good. People weren't exaggerating. It's an excellent tour. What a shame. I feel for all the staff that are, have just been made redundant and that as well, or getting made redundant. Such a shame, and you could see how busy it was. I mean, look at the car park. Today, I know it's Easter Monday, but it is closing. So I don't know if it's a bit of a rush, people wanting to come and experience it before it does. When I was checking online before coming here that they were going to have like an escape room and all that kind of stuff, those sort of themes, that'd be brilliant. But yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. I was going to do my best, try and put some more eyes on it, but looks like I'm just a wee bit too late. Anyway, I'm going to head into Peterhead now. I've got a couple of little admin things I need to do, and then I'm going to go and get parked up at a place just a little bit further up the coast. And it's spelt this way, but the locals call it Belgar. Peterhead sits on the northeast coast of Scotland and has long been one of the country's most important working ports. Founded in the late 16th century, the town grew around its harbour, with fishing at the heart of its identity for generations. Today, Peterhead is the largest fishing port in the UK, landing thousands of tonnes of seafood every year, from whitefish like cod and haddock to shellfish exported all across Europe. Much of what's caught here doesn't stay local. It's sent to markets and restaurants across the continent. But it's not just fishing. The harbour also plays a key role in the energy sector, supporting offshore oil and gas and increasingly renewable projects in the North Sea. So whilst it might feel like a quiet coastal town from the outside, Peterhead is constantly working in the background. A place that's played a big role in Scotland's economy for centuries and still does today. And after days of dry weather, it felt like the right time to give the van a bit of attention before heading further up the coast for the night. Oh, look at that. There's a shipwreck out there. Oh, I need to get the drone out to that. Check it out. I wonder if this is like a restaurant or something. I don't know. I bet it's busy in summer if it is. Oh, this is going to be a perfect park up. Right at the water. Right, I think I'm just going to carry on into the harbour actually, because this is going to be flatter here, and there's a boat there. Now it's already docked though, I have heard that occasionally fishermen will come back with the lobster pots and you can buy fresh lobster off them. So I don't know if I'm too late getting here today. I suspect I probably am. Right, so this parking's ideal really. It's set up by the community and there's an honesty box, £5. And you know, it's nothing fancy or anything like that. If you look out here, it looks like there's quite a nice beach along there. Might be worth going and seeing. You can see the sand going all the way. Looks lovely. And, you know, I mean, you've got storage containers behind you and stuff like that. So, like I said, it's nothing fancy, but a £5. It's nice and quiet. And like I said, if you're here at the right time, and the fishermen come back with the lobster pots, if they've got plenty of lobster, they'll sell you one as well. And I would absolutely love to get my hands on some fresh lobster tonight and get it in the pot, but just need to wait and see. Right, shall we go and see what this shipwreck's all about? Just off the shore near Belgar, the remains of the Sovereign sit here in the water, a fishing vessel that ran aground in 2005 after striking rocks in the dark near the Belgar Briggs. Thankfully, the crew made it off safely, but the vessel itself was lost to the sea. Since then, the North Sea has slowly taken it apart, breaking it down piece by piece, until all that's left is what you see today. It's become a familiar sight along this stretch of coastline, even appearing in the promotional artwork for the Oscar-nominated movie Life of Pi. But it's just one of thousands of wrecks on our coast. There are estimated to be around 50,000 shipwrecks scattered around the UK coastline, and every one of them has its own story to tell. Now, since it was such a nice day and I'd just had the van cleaned, I felt it was time to freshen up the trim. It was starting to look awfully grey and patchy. Right, so what I used to do this to get these all even and black, you can see that's much darker than that. Those ones are darker, but even they're going really grey now, and at the front it's really, really bad. But this kind of evens it out and makes them darker, and it is boiled linseed oil is what I'm using, and just a rag to apply it. Now you need to be careful with this stuff though. If you do use it, don't leave the rag lying around randomly, especially when it's sunny and it's hot. It can basically combust. The first time I used this stuff I wasn't aware of that, and I left the rag on my passenger seat next to me in the van, and I burned a hole in the material, so it's black gaffer tape on that seat now, and I'm really lucky that it actually didn't set the whole van alight in the end. Just, I didn't realise that, but it does say it on the back. There's quite a lot of warnings, so yeah, you need to be careful. Wash it out with really soapy water and stuff after, try and nullify it, and just be wary of that. But it's good stuff, and it lasts months, really, I would say. Right, 10 minutes later, that is the trim finished. Easy peasy. Well, unfortunately, no lobster. Haven't seen any fishermen coming back. I think I was maybe a little bit too late arriving today, and I'm moving on early tomorrow. Just going to do a little bit of editing. No lobster, but plan B, I went to Morrison's and got some Chinese chicken thighs earlier, so that's going to do me the night. I can't be bothered cooking. It was cooking lobster or nothing tonight. That was the options. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Oh, good morning, folks. It's a beautiful day outside today. It's only just after 7 o'clock in the morning, but it's nice and bright and it's sunny. Let you see. Look at that. Can't ask for much more than that. Tide's a bit further out than it was yesterday. So yeah, since it's such a nice morning, I'm going to go out there, do a little bit of exercise, and I'm going to set up my shower and have a shower outside. As you know, I almost never use that shower that's inside that seat. I did show you in a previous episode, I think it was episode 11 for the first time, how that all gets set up and used, but I rarely use it. But when it's a nice day like this, I don't mind going out there to get a shower. And then my next stop, just slightly along the coast opposite me here, we're going to Fraserburgh. Anyway, I'm going to set this up. The first things first, I need to put my boiler on. And how I do that? Well, I've got the plug in the back there that's normally plugged into the inverter, but I don't use the inverter for that. I use my power station that's in the front. That plugs into there. This cable runs all the way up, so I'll bring this because it's tracking my face. That cable runs all the way along there, just along the top of the door. And then there's my power station there. And then that plugs into there. Turn the AC on, and that's this running. And then all I do there, spin this up. There's my boiler. Twist that and that light will go on. That's the water heating. And it takes around about 15 minutes or so to heat the water to 40 degrees. So I'm going to just go and do a quick 15-minute blast of a workout, and then that'll be me. And just like what I did before, my shower head is going to connect to this, and then I'll just run it out the door. And what I'll do is I'll put this little suction cup on the outside of the van. Hello. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
No, thanks very much for reaching out.
Yeah, no, it was actually the ladies that's coming in just now. It was them that tagged me. Tagged us in one of your videos. So they're here today, so they're delivering.
Oh, brilliant. No, that's great.
We've got containers to keep your stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Morning.
How you doing?
Fine.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, I follow you on
Oh, brilliant.
Instagram.
So it was Anne and Susan that tagged the sauna house a few months ago, was it?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, you too. Pleased to meet you.
This is one of the best, which you're going to find out.
Brilliant.
It's brilliant, honestly.
Oh no, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I really am. Well, that's me here at the sauna house in Fraserburgh, and I've just met Suzanne, the lovely owner, as well, just giving us a little bit of a walk around. I really like you've got the buckets here to cool yourself down. I love these little touches as well, like with the water and the lemons. It's just a really, really nice looking sauna. Now, sitting here at this sort of caravan park campsite, but I can actually see someone parked here that met me in Cruden Bay in that motorhome there. They were from the East Neuk of Fife. So you walk down there and go down the steps onto the beach for the dip. The tide looks pretty far out at the moment, and it looks quite choppy, but I think I'm definitely going to go for it. After experiencing that chop at the Wild Scottish Sauna in St Andrews, I've sort of I think I can handle this today. Right, it's time to go in. Oh, look at this. Oh, fantastic. It's so nice. Right, get the timer on. 15 minutes. Happy days. What's the temperature? So we're looking at just under 85 degrees Celsius and about 67 for the hygrometer. Oh, lovely jubbly. I think I might go and have a wee lie down. Absolute bliss. Well, what a spot this is. Absolutely fantastic. You've got the beach right down there. They did tell me that when you come down the steps that are down the middle onto the beach, to stick to either straight on or slightly to the right when you go in the water. If you come to the left, I think there could be a little bit of a rip tide. That's what they were saying anyway, and there's some sort of deep holes and stuff as you're going out. But when it's choppy like this, I won't go very far anyway. As soon as it gets up to above my knees, basically, or my waist, then I just lie down in it to get the dip. It's not worth the risk, especially when it's quite choppy, and it's the North Sea at the end of the day. It's pretty violent. This is Fraserburgh, the Broch, a town shaped by the sea with a long history built around fishing and life on the northeast coast. From the harbour to the shoreline, it's a place that has always been closely tied to what comes out of the water. But what I didn't realise before coming here was just how much of a culinary journey this part of the coast was about to become for me. And later in this episode, you'll see what I mean. Here in Fraserburgh, the Museum of Scottish Lighthouses tells the story of how Scotland became one of the world's leading nations in lighthouse engineering. Inside, the focus is on the development of the technology itself, from the earliest forms of lighting used to guide ships, to the more advanced systems that would eventually transform maritime safety. At the centre of that story is one family, the Stephensons. Beginning with Robert Stephenson in the late 18th century, this remarkable family of engineers would go on to design and build the majority of Scotland's lighthouses over the next 150 years. Their work wasn't just about building structures, it was about solving problems. How to make lights brighter, more reliable and visible from greater distances in some of the harshest coastal conditions in the world. Here in the museum you can see that evolution up close. From early oil lamps and parabolic reflectors to more advanced optical systems, including the development of powerful lenses that could project light for miles out to sea. Over time, they also introduced rotating light patterns, allowing each lighthouse to have its own unique signature, helping sailors identify exactly where they were along the coastline. And while the technology was advancing, the role of the lighthouse keeper remained just as important. Life in these remote locations could be isolated and demanding, with strict routines and constant responsibility to keep the light burning no matter what the conditions were outside. The museum itself is closely linked to the Kinnaird Head Lighthouse here in Fraserburgh, first lit in 1787 and recognised as the first lighthouse built on mainland Scotland. But even without stepping outside, the story here gives you a clear picture of just how important these structures were. Along a coastline like this, these lights weren't there just to be seen, they were there to save lives. Well, after a brilliant experience at the Scottish Lighthouse Museum, I've made my way to Finlay's Fish Bar and Diner, and this looks absolutely incredible. I can't wait to try it. And then I'm going to have a chat with the owner after, learn a little bit more about this place as well. That fish is unbelievable. Oh, so are the chips. I also got some of these little freshly caught local langoustines too. Oh my god, they are unbelievable. Dip them in a bit of curry sauce. That's utterly ridiculous. Wow. Right, so I've tried to get through this, but I'm never going to manage all the chips. The fish was unbelievable, but these langoustines are probably the best thing I have ever had in a chippy, ever, anywhere. And you'll know that I love the Anstruther chippy in Fife, that's where I grew up, and it's beautiful, but that is the best thing I've ever had the pleasure to eat at a chippy, those langoustines. I mean, don't get me wrong, the haddock, the fish was insanely good. Like this, the quality of the fish. I do wonder where they get it from. I'm definitely going to ask the owner. It will be local, I'd imagine. And the chips were great as well. It's all good, but these, if you're in Fraserburgh, you need to come and try these if you like seafood. It's honestly unbelievable. Now, I did say I was going to speak to the owner, and this is Ian. So Ian,
Nice to meet you, David.
nice to meet you too. Those langoustines you recommended are probably the best thing that I've ever tasted, ever, in any chippy. Honestly, unbelievable. So hats off. But we've just had a brief chat earlier on,
that's right,
and we were talking about your family and the history with this place, and I thought it would be great just to get a little chat with you on camera.
Yes.
So how long have the family and yourself and that had the business for?
Well, we've been serving food in around Fraserburgh for the Broch since 1925. My grandfather bought a hotel in 1925. We ran it for about 70 odd years. We built another bar and restaurant, predominantly selling as local seafood, and my wife bought this shop 20 years ago. That was through just different circumstances, and so we're here, and we always enjoy supporting all the local people, the local fishermen in particular.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask that actually. Where do you get sorka fish from, and the langoustines and things like that?
Well, Fraserburgh, the Broch's one of the largest langoustine ports in Europe. So we've got, they're not in abundance just now, but we get fresh langoustines, and we get a constant supply, and we get all our fish from Peterhead Market predominantly, and that's through a local company, G&J Jacks.
Right.
And they're 80 years old themselves just now.
Right.
So I message them the night before what fish I need for the next morning, and it arrives the next morning, and I post the name of the boat the following morning. And it goes on for 5 days until the close on a Sunday.
Oh no!
So we're very fortunate.
Yeah, no, I love that. I absolutely love that. And that's one of the big things I'm doing with this road trip as well. It's all about trying to support a buy local message and local producers of food, whether it's fishmongers, farm shops, or butchers, things like that as well. So I just love going into businesses like this, and they also depend on that local source of food, if that makes sense as well. Right. You've just got that lovely sort of cycle when you're feeding the local community as well. There's something that is just really pleasant about that, and I'm so glad here in Scotland that we've still got that in abundance as well. I think a lot of places, have maybe lost that in certain aspects, but we've still got it here. And you obviously do a great job.
Thank you very much.
Honestly,
David,
thank you so much.
You're more than welcome.
Absolute delight.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, David. Thank you.
Hey, honestly, folks, I cannot emphasise how good that was. It was fantastic. And Ian's such a lovely guy. He was just speaking away to everyone in the restaurant. Staff were really friendly. It was so good, and the food is to die for. And I'm on a bit of a mission now, because talking of local food and local producers, I'm just about to go and get my dessert. I've decided to go to Bicocchi's for an ice cream. Now, thank you to everyone that has suggested I go there to get an ice cream on this road trip, on all my comment sections and that. Let's go and see what it's all about. Right, so I'm just en route to Bicocchi's to get an ice cream, and I've just walked past a place that Suzanne told me about earlier at the sauna, and it's called Wholehearted. And I believe what they do is they do like locally sourced foods in a bag to create a meal, kind of like a local Hello Fresh, if you like. But then you go and get your meat, to add to it or whatever. And I am going to be going to Macintosh Butchers to pick up some meat after my ice cream. So before I go and get my ice cream, I'm going to go and check this place out and see if they've got anything there that I can take away. I don't know if you have to pre-order first or whatever, but we'll soon find out. Hello, how you doing?
Yourself?
I'm very good. I was at a sauna this morning down at the wee sauna house.
Yes, I did message.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, so I thought I have to come and check it out. Do you have to pre-order to get a bag or anything?
That's our sparings here, so we'll always have at least one or two of each kit for spare.
Perfect.
And so, did you explain the kits?
She basically just said that, well, I used the analogy, it's kind of like a local sort of Hello Fresh, if you like.
That's exactly
so
it.
You've got all the ingredients to make a meal.
Add the ingredients, you just need to add the proteins to our eats.
Yeah, so I'm going to be going to Macintosh Butchers anyway.
That's amazing.
So, yeah. Well, the one I saw on your post that she tagged me in earlier was the salt and pepper chicken. That sounds good to me. So, hey?
That's what we like to hear.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to last me as well. Look at that, £7, feeds 4.
Aye.
Absolutely amazing.
Perfect. That's what to do for you.
Brilliant. Thanks so much. Honestly. No, cheers. Thanks.
Thank you
I appreciate it. No, thank you. Well, how awesome is that? All locally sourced produce. I'll show you what's in the bag and what I got when I get back to the van. But that's just such a cool idea. It's basically like a Hello Fresh, but all locally sourced, local produce, and for the local people. It's you order it through their Facebook page and you pick it up from them. Just a pick up, so they don't do any deliveries or anything like that. So ideal if you're in the local area during season this year and you've maybe got an Airbnb or you're staying in a motorhome or a camper van or anything really, you can pick up basically a meal for 4 minus your meat out of there, and it's all locally sourced. Absolute amazing idea, love it. Anyway, it's time to get my ice cream. Mint chalk chip. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Gonna take that tub please, and can I get a single bubble gum? Oh, I'll have it in a cone, why not? Look at all the traditional Scottish sweeties. Brilliant. Take that in there.
That's $7.60.
Brilliant.
Perfect.
Thanks very much. Nah, I'm good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, so I've got my ice cream, Bacocchis. Estimated it said outside 1908. So again, been making ice cream for a long, long time. I actually went for bubblegum, and I did get myself a tub of my favourite, my absolute favourite, mint chalk chip, but bubblegum for the cone. I don't know why I got a cone because I'm still absolutely packed full from that chippy at Finlay's, but there's days to be greedy, and this is definitely one of them. This beautiful sunshine, and I'm just spoiled with choices for food in Fraserburgh, it seems. Absolutely phenomenal. Oh my god. Childhood memories. But that is beautiful ice cream. So soft. Anyway, now time to find Macintosh Butchers and go and get some chicken to go with the food that I've just got from Wholehearted. Right, well, belly is absolutely stuffed from the chippy from Finlay's and the Bacocchis, and I've said I was going to show you what I've got in the bag here. So this is for the salt and pepper chicken noodles, and apparently this is a really popular one. I saw it on their Facebook page when I checked it out earlier, and inside you've just got all the ingredients you need. So there's red pepper, green pepper, some spring onion, or I think you call them, what do you call them, green onion in America? Some not locally sourced noodles. Some nice sweet chili sauce, an onion, and you've got the corn flour, chili flakes, salt and pepper seasoning, and yeah, more salt and pepper seasoning. All comes in these little paper bags as well. So cool, such an awesome idea. It really is, and all you have to do is basically provide your own protein. So I went to Macintosh Butchers and got 600 grams of chicken, which is what you need for this meal. But I did treat myself and I got some steak burgers, which are in here, and this, which just looks absolutely incredible, the black pepper and garlic steak. I mean, ho ho ho, look at that. So I think I'll stick that in the freezer Yeah, because I'm not, after having the chippy and the ice cream, see what I mean? There's no way I'm going to be able to actually cook tonight. So that's going to be, when I cook this together, it's going to be in the next episode. Oh, and I've got the bubblegum from Bikoki's, but I also got the mint choc chip, a tub of it. So I'm going to stick that in the freezer. But next up, I'm actually going to be heading to a place just 10 minutes along the coast called Rosehearty. And I'm actually going to be parking up there for the night. But en route to my park up, I'm going to check out a place called Down on the Farm. Now, they do farm tours and things like that during the season, but they've also got an overnight campervan motorhome Air there. I'm not actually going to be staying in that one tonight, but they do have one there. And they also have these sort of like little, you know, micro pod houses that you can stay in, the sort of cylindrical ones, the ones that kind of look a bit like the sauna we were in earlier this morning, and you can hire them and things like that. But I'm going there because you get to go and pick your own rhubarb. So when I get a little bit hungry or a bit nibbly later on, I'm going to be dipping that rhubarb in some sugar and munching on it with my projector on. So let's get moving. Right folks, so as I said, I've come to Down on the Farm, met Carol here, and like I said, we're gonna go and pick some rhubarb to dip in some sugar later on tonight. I've had such a feast in Fraserburgh. It's been a foodie episode really, more than anything. There's been so much amazing food here. But one thing I was gonna ask you was, you know, like how long have you had the farm for, and can you just give us a little summary about kind of things you do, what you offer, what people can do when they come here?
Well, the farm's in my husband's family, so they've had it for 35 years.
Right,
but
okay.
For the last 14 years we've been diversifying. So we started with quirky accommodation, and then we started doing farm experiences like lambing tours.
Yep.
And we've got a trailer that we take folk on through the coups in the summertime.
Yeah.
And then just last year we started the rhubarb patch.
Oh,
Rosehearty
brilliant.
Rhubarb.
Yeah, no, that's great. And the thing is, as well, I know we've talked briefly off camera, some of my previous episodes at the Salsworth Home Farm, did a bit of a tour in that there.
Yep.
And obviously Ardross in Ely and Fife as well. And it's great because there seems to be this whole sort of Scottish agri-tourism movement.
Yes.
And diversifying farms and what they can offer and things like that.
It's a brilliant bunch, Scottish agri-tourism. Yeah, really good bunch.
Yeah, no, it's good. And
Very supportive and encouraging.
yeah, that's great. And the thing is, it's perfect for what I'm doing as well with my road trip, because I'm trying to promote a buy local message and sourcing my food from, you know, farms, farm shops, butchers, fishmongers, etc. So to be able to include some farms and stuff in this, it's just great, you know. Absolutely love it. This is the patch then, is it?
This is the patch.
Here, look at that.
On a very windy day, but yeah, this is it.
Right, and I've noticed these cliffs over there as well, you see on the camera. I don't know if this is going to pick them up or try and zoom. Those cliffs look absolutely spectacular.
They're really bonny.
So
in the middle, in between the two cliffs that you can see, that's where you would find Crivy and Pennin.
Yeah.
And then the one that's sticking out the furthest, that's Troop Head, where you would find all the gannets.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be doing the walk there. Yeah,
and
definitely.
then on a clear day, you can see the Sutherland Hills at the other side of the sea, but it's a bit misty.
Okay.
So you kind of see them a day, but we are looking right up at Inverness direction out
That's
there.
amazing. Right, and I noticed that you called it Crivy.
Crivy.
So it's not Crovy.
No, it's spelt with an O, but said with an I.
Crivy, that's brilliant. Yeah,
a really, really nice place to visit.
I know. I don't know if it's a Doric sort of take on Gaelic names and stuff because I stayed at Belgar
Yes.
last night, which is Cairnbolg. You know, it's like Belgar. How do you get that? But no, Crivy. Right, I'll need to remember that.
And you
for that
ken that it's the
episode.
broch and the Fraser.
The broch. Aye, that's it. The
Yeah.
broch.
Right, I might need your help to hug
Okay.
this door. Get a shuggle.
There we go. Happy days.
Oh God! The joys
Knackered.
of living somewhere so windy.
Oh, look at this place. So people can actually just sit in here and
They can come for rhubarb treats and cakes and
awesome. I like these.
oh God, that's
nice.
wild.
Oh, superb. I love it. Rhubarb ketchup. I've
Yeah.
never heard of that before. Oh, look at that.
So tell me what you actually do with your rhubarb then. Do you literally just crunch sugar? Because
Yeah.
so many folk
Right,
say
so-
that they dip it,
Yes, dip it.
but I just think that would be really horrible on your teeth.
No, see, I don't know. I think if you started to do it as an adult, it probably wouldn't be that nice, but it's like, that was like one of the treats we used to get as kids.
Did you?
So you used to get a stick of rhubarb and then just cut off the dry bit at the end, right? And then you dip it in sugar
And it was sweet
and
enough.
and it's like bitter, and then obviously it's sweet, so you're like that eating it.
I just can't bear
it's
the crunch
great.
of the sugar
oh,
on my teeth.
no, it's great. So just
We
eating
were
it.
brought up on stewed rhubarb and rhubarb crumbles.
Oh,
and stuff
rhubarb
like
crumble.
that.
Yeah, I mean,
but
my
we
mum-
never dipped it in sugar.
My mum will still make rhubarb crumble and you know, apple crumble and apples from like the woman next door and all that kind of stuff. But no, I love a rhubarb crumble. I do. But in terms of the farm itself, what is it you do? When are you open? You know, what is it there for, you know, people to do, come and see and things
Well,
like
we
that?
have 200 acres.
Yeah.
And we go right to the seaside.
Yeah.
So it's a really good mixture of countryside and seaside that we've got here. So it's predominantly home to about 100 coos, suckler coos, and around about 100 sheep as well.
Yeah.
So we incorporate those into farm experiences. So lambing tours happen in April and May if you
Yeah.
want to come and learn about lambing. We've got sheep shearing tours because my husband Matthew is a trained shearer.
Right, okay.
So if you want to come and learn about how to shear sheep and the things that you can use wool for, that would be
Yeah.
a good tour today. And then we've got the trailer that we tuck people in the summer and we go through these fields and teach them about coos. And then we end up doing it at the seaside. We'll get off the trailer, wander about the beaches because nobody else goes to these beaches because they're at the bottom of our land. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
quite nice just
Oh,
to
perfect,
explore the
just secluded.
seaside.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful view you
It's
get
a
here,
really
isn't
good
it?
spot. There's a lot of history in these caves and cliffs. Loads of history.
Yeah, I bet there is. I bet there is. And so in terms of the farm itself, is it open all year? Or are there parts of it that are just in season?
The
or-
accommodation's open all year.
Brilliant.
So you can come
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stay. In
Oh yeah, the pods.
Yeah, you can stay
Yeah.
at them anytime. And we've got a recycled railway carriage, and we have a cottage, and we've got a threshing mill hut
A
as well.
recycled railway carriage?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Is that, will I be able to film some of that when I'm,
Oh,
when
that's
I'm here?
beside, you'll see it
Was
for
that
your
there?
part. That
Right,
it's reed.
okay. Oh, brilliant. No, I definitely will.
So Matthew recycled that, so it sleeps 3.
Oh, brilliant. And the little micropods, are they just, is it like one bedroom essentially then?
Yeah, it's just one room.
Yeah,
one of them
superb.
sleeps 4 and the other one sleeps 3.
Yeah.
So you can bide in them any time of the year, and they're really popular in winter time for
Yeah.
northern lights, which just pop up where they're.
Yeah.
They were out the other day actually.
Oh, were they?
Uh-huh.
God, I didn't get out here quick enough. I know. The further
Yeah, we
north
do
you
see
go.
the northern lights a lot.
Yeah, no, that's great. See, it's when you get them and it's naked eye stuff. And it's wow, because a lot of the time you'll see a lot of the photos, and you'll know because you would have seen them so many times. Like me now, after living on the road for 3 years, quite a lot of the time they just look like, for me, they look like a little bit like spotlights, like stage lights.
They're dancing.
But they're white, yeah. But they're not. You don't see the colour until you're on the night sort of stuff on your phone, night mode or whatever, and it brings the colour out. but when you see them with the naked eye, it's like,
it is
wow.
really special.
It is. It really is.
It
It's
is
amazing.
good.
I noticed as well, I did actually mention it on my way here, there's an air for motorhomes and camper
Yep.
vans to park. How many roughly would you say you get in that space?
5.
It's 5,
Yes.
right? And do you need to book in advance, or is it just a case of turning up
No,
and
you
trying
can
your luck?
just turn up. Yeah,
Right.
you can just turn up.
And is that, is there an honesty box? Do you pay that way, or do you pay online? How do you
You
sort
can
of
either
do
come
it?
to the house and pay me, or you can
okay.
do PayPal.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
there's a PayPal like code or whatever.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's just £10 a night.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's
Mm-hmm.
one of these things that I've noticed actually. See, since getting north of, where would I say? Yeah, north of Aberdeen, certainly. There seems to be a lot more sort of airs and for places for people to park,
Yeah.
which is really, really good because actually further south,
Was there not so many?
well, it was just more challenging. It was more difficult. And people watching this will have seen me talking about this in that episode. It's like when you're at, say, I don't know, like at Newborough to go to Seal Beach,
Oh,
or Forvey at the Sands. Unless you're in a car, you can't get through the bollards.
Oh, you're too high?
Or you're-
or too wide?
You're just too wide, yeah, far too wide. So there's nowhere, unless you're in a car. So for people that are in vans and stuff like that, it's so there's a few places where it can be quite challenging.
You'll have to watch yourself when you go to Pennon and Crivey because they're
Well,
windy wee roads,
yeah.
but you can park at the top and
So
walk
I'm going to
down.
park at the top at Pennon and
Yes,
walk
and
down.
walk down,
And I'm only going there because my mum's favourite movie is Local Hero.
Is it? Are you going to get your photo in the phone box?
Of course.
Have you got your orders to do that already?
Well, I mean, I actually stuck it on and watched it in the van recently myself
right,
again,
okay.
just because I hadn't seen it in years and I knew it was coming up here. And I've been to Camasdarach Beach loads of times, which is where they filmed the beach scenes
Okay.
and stuff like that. But I've
Okay.
never been to Pennon. And when I go to Crivey, I'm going to park at, Gardenston. There's an
Oh,
air,
and
there's an
walk.
air there,
Yes.
and just do the walk in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that'll be the plan. Oh yeah. Yeah, go for it. Brilliant. Oh, that'll do me. Oh yeah, 2 bits is plenty. Right, so we've come into Carol's car here after getting the rhubarb because the wind has picked up. It's really quite blustery. But we got some rhubarb and got a little bottle of a rhubarb ketchup here to take and try. So I'm gonna try that probably the next time that I cook in the van, which might well be in the next episode. I'll get some tatties to have.
Get some
with
chips.
it. Oh yeah, I might just get a wee bag of chips or something and have it with that. But thank you very much.
Thank you for
Honestly,
coming,
no,
yeah.
it's an absolute
I
pleasure.
really appreciate you visiting us. Thank you.
No, it's been great, and all the best for the season ahead.
Thank you.
As well.
Yeah.
I reckon quite a lot of my followers on YouTube in particular, a lot of them will have motorhomes and camper vans and that as well. So that air's going to be absolutely perfect, and the accommodation you've got as well is just grand. So honestly, all the best for that.
Thank you very much.
No, you're welcome. Oh, an absolutely amazing air this is at the Rosehearty Community Boat Club. It's great because all the donations and everything that you pay to stay here. It's £10 a night, but if you stay for 2 nights you get your third night free, so 20 quid for 3 nights. Absolutely fantastic. They do have electric if you need it as well, on site. And like I've just parked up basically at the beach, and Like I was saying, all the donations, they actually go towards the local community. So they did something at Christmas for like the pensioners here and things like that. Now obviously I don't need electric, so I've parked right at the water, but look at that for a view. Little picnic bench. I mean, look at that. Absolutely glorious. And I'm going to be parked up here for a couple of nights. I've got some stuff to do in the van. I'm going to get settled in for the night now, that'll be me. And it's a nice way to see out this episode. If you've enjoyed watching, please remember to like, leave a comment and subscribe. It's free to do so and it'll really help me grow my channel. And thanks to everyone that has bought me a Guinness on my Buy Me a Coffee page in recent weeks. It's greatly appreciated, and any contributions I get there will always go towards the creation of my content for you to enjoy. I'm going to go and get settled in. I'll see you next week. Take care. Like and subscribe for more van life adventures.